Throughout the years, the United States continued to upgrade Philippine military capabilities, particularly in maritime security and readiness for high-end operations against China's aggression in the West Philippine Sea and the Greater South China Sea. Last September this year, the United States awards a contract to upgrade Philippine Base at Naval Detachment Oyster Bay in Palawan, a province in the western Philippines facing the disputed waters of the West Philippine Sea. The Pentagon recently awarded a 56 million pesos design-build contract to New Mexico-based contractor Ace Builders Incorporated for a boat maintenance facility at Naval Detachment Oyster Bay, Palawan, to support the Philippine Navy's small boats and unmanned surface vessels near the South China Sea. This 56 million pesos US-funded projects are part of Pentagon $500 million, around 28 billion pesos commitment to modernize the Philippine military. The four-piece plan includes an agreement that the United States will deploy additional advanced military capabilities to the Philippines, plans for bilateral training between both nations for high-end operations, an agreement to prioritize bilateral defense industrial cooperation, and an agreement to launch a bilateral cyber campaign. This is part of the U.S. efforts to strengthen the Philippine Navy's capabilities in the disputed waters and falls under the larger umbrella of the U.S. program to improve Manila's military bases. The project was initially announced in May to increase the Philippine Navy's sustainment capabilities amid operational challenges in the West Philippine Sea. Manila relies on the base for its military operations in the South China Sea, launching American-provided Cyclone-class patrol boats and Philippine Marine Corps fast boats to monitor Beijing forces in the disputed waters. China's naval, Coast Guard, and maritime militia forces have frequently clashed with Philippine forces at multiple maritime features in past years under an ongoing territorial dispute between the two nations. Documents released in recent months have noted that the facility should be able to support Philippine Navy unmanned surface vessels. Washington previously supplied 5 American-made Maritime Tactical Systems drones to Manila under Maritime Domain Awareness support efforts last year. A forward-deployed U.S. military task force also supported the training of Philippine drone operators in Palawan. The award is the latest in a series of American-funded military construction efforts in the Southeast Asian country, designed to support Manila amid Chinese actions in the South China Sea. Washington ramped up its defense and security assistance to the Philippines, following a string of clashes within Manila's exclusive economic zone in the West Philippine Sea, which Beijing claims is entirely. Tensions came to a head in the summer of 2024 during a clash at the disputed shoal that saw a Philippine Navy SEAL lose his thumb in a collision. The watercraft involved in the June 17th incident were sortied from the western Palawan base. Clashes heated up once again August this year in a deadly collision of 2 Chinese vessels after chasing a Philippines Coast Guard vessel. Aside from naval detachment in Oyster Bay, American funding in western Palawan has also encompassed a new site in the south of the province. Contracts for a barracks and maintenance facility in the municipality of Quezon brings Manila's small boat capabilities closer to Second Thomas and Sabina Shoals. U.S. and Philippine Marines have previously trained in small boat operations during archipelagic defense drills off western Palawan. The United States is deepening its military presence in the Philippines with a planned upgrade to a naval base in Palawan, a strategically vital island facing the South China Sea that already hosts American-funded boat hubs and airstrips. While some observers view the growing American presence as a pragmatic move to enhance the Philippines' defense capabilities, others caution that the strategy risks creating a precarious dependency under a transactional U.S. administration and leaves Manila increasingly exposed should tensions in the region escalate. Currently, Palawan has the largest concentration of U.S. facilities in the country, with an Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement (EDCA) site situated in Balabac Town, which has a new 3-kilometer, 1.9 miles runway designated for civilian and military aircraft. The U.S. will upgrade a Philippine military base crucial for Manila's South China Sea operations, including resupply missions to contested maritime features such as Second Thomas Shoal, by constructing a boat repair and maintenance facility. The U.S. is also building a boat hub facility to service and deploy small Philippine naval craft in Quezon, a coastal town in Palawan less than 260 kilometers, 162 miles, from the Second Thomas Shoal, a flashpoint in the disputed waters. The U.S. Navy will construct not just one but 2 facilities for the repair and maintenance of wide range of naval assets in a province facing the South China Sea, where confrontations between the Philippines and Chinese coast guards have flared. The Philippine government has approved a U.S. proposal to construct a boat maintenance facility within a Philippine Naval Detachment in Palawan, according to the official statements of the Philippine government. The U.S. Embassy said that the project will take place at Oyster Bay and in the municipality of Quezon in western Palawan province. The site serves as a key logistical base for the armed forces of the Philippines' rotation and resupply missions to the contested Ayungin Shoal. Naval Detachment Oyster Bay, home to Philippine Navy patrol ships, gunboats, marine fiberglass boats, and resupply assets operating in the South China Sea, is slated to receive between $1 and $5 million in funding from Washington by June or July of this year to develop repair infrastructure to support host nation vessels. According to a notice released by the U.S. government, the design-build project aims to construct a facility with a portable 5-ton gantry crane to move 24-foot watercraft and other conventional boats. The project also covers 2 multi-purpose rooms that could be used to host conferences or store equipment and additional work to fix Oyster Bay's existing boat launch, which the bid described as too steep to properly accommodate watercraft. Palawan faces the disputed South China Sea, which Beijing claims virtually in its entirety, and is the headquarters of the Philippine military's Western Command, which deploys Navy patrol ships, surveillance vessels, and aircraft to defend its territorial interests. This facility, which is not intended to be a military base, but rather it will be solely used to repair and maintain of Navy vessels, as well as multi-purpose areas for storage use. The project is part of ongoing efforts to strengthen the U.S.-Philippine Defense Alliance, particularly in the face of regional tensions in the South China Sea. Though limited in scope, the facility's proximity to flashpoints in the South China Sea highlights its strategic value. The site is expected to strengthen logistical support for Philippine naval operations in areas that have seen repeated confrontations with Chinese vessels. While Oyster Bay is not formally among the designated EDCA site, the project reflects a broader framework of logistical cooperation. Amid rising tensions in the West Philippine Sea and increasingly perilous resupply missions, the plan underscored Washington's growing security engagement with Manila. The Oyster Bay project is the latest in a series of U.S.-funded defense infrastructure developments across the Philippine archipelago. Compared to other initiatives, which traditionally fell under the framework of the 2014 Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, these projects fall outside of the 9 agreed sites, and are located closer to potential flashpoints in the South China Sea and Luzon Strait. Among these recent development projects is a large U.S. Navy storage facility slated to open next year at either the Clark Freeport and Special Economic Zone or Subic Bay. The Philippines government is strengthening its defensive postures that surround the western and northern side of the archipelago, as aggressive China persistently intruding the country's exclusive economic zone. The Philippines is now focused on reorienting and enhancing its capabilities to focus on external defense cooperations in support of the military's adoption of the comprehensive archipelagic defense concept. This is necessary as the country continues to face maritime security challenges over the West Philippine Sea and its northern territory near Taiwan. In line with Manila's comprehensive archipelagic defense concept, the Philippines, with the support of the United States, develops new infrastructure projects to enhance military operations and solidifying their defensive network.